Hey guys, in this video we'll be exploring the difference between an action camera, a vlogging camera, a full frame camera, and I've made a video like this before, but we have a new contender. Alright. So let's start off first with the action camera. Action cameras are really useful because they are rugged, they are really wide angle, they are waterproof, and you can mount them pretty much anywhere because they're teeny tiny small. And the plus side of this specific action camera is that you can actually take it out like this and you can monitor whatever it is that you're looking from this little monitoring hub. Now this is the Insta360 GO Ultra, the brand new action camera from Insta360 that has the same sensor as the Ace Pro 2, as far as I know the same size, 1/1.28 inch. It is a high dynamic range camera, it is an 8-bit camera, but I would say the most versatile of any action camera thus far. This little guy has its own memory card, so this is basically the camera and this is like an external battery with a display. And you can attach this pretty much anywhere, on your chest, on your forehead, well, there's a whole bunch of accessories. I'll be making a special video of all of the accessories that you can get. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And because of that, it's ideal for any types of vlogs. So moto vlogging, for hiking, for riding your bike, skiing, and doing just basic videos like I'm doing here. Okay, the next camera is the vlogging camera. This is the DJI Pocket 3 and it is, well, a vlogging camera. Now the big feature of this is that it has its own gimbal, which means that it is mechanically stabilized, no electronic stabilization needed, and because of that you can use ND filters. Now that gives me the proper motion blur, that 1/50th of a second shutter speed if you're shooting with 24 or in my case 25 frames per second. But as you can see, it's not as wide as the action camera. It is more of a vlogging camera and it does autofocus. You can see that I'm in focus and the background is blurry, where with an action camera you can still do that, but you have to do it in post-production, and it does take a little bit of a toll on your computer when you're rendering the video. Now the third option is a system camera with interchangeable lenses. Currently I'm using the Sony A7IV, which is a full frame camera with a wide angle 17mm lens, and it is by far the best looking video quality that you can get. Although this does not have any stabilization. I mean, I've even turned off the in-body image stabilization because I'm using gyro flow in post-production, and because of that I have to use a faster shutter speed. I'm currently using 1/100th of a second. Otherwise, if this was on a tripod like it was before, I would use that 1/50th of a second. You know, but the big issue with a camera like this is that it's not really durable. It is like weather resistant, but you cannot use it underwater and you should not really shake it a lot. So it's just for creating cinematic shots and some smooth, stable vlogs. Otherwise, things can get really problematic. And this is also by far the most expensive of all of the three cameras. But it does allow you to change lenses. So you can choose different types of lenses and get different types of videos. Whereas with a camera like this or an action camera, you're pretty much stuck with the field of view that the camera has. Now action cameras do feature a lot of the things that, let's say, a full frame camera doesn't, and that is all sorts of time lapses, hyperlapses, low light view mode, and most importantly, a very good stabilization. Now I'm not going to say that you cannot do time lapses on a full frame camera, but it's more of a photography kind of time lapse. You take a whole bunch of photographs and, well, then you stitch them together into a movie. But honestly, when it comes to stabilization, this is straight from the camera stabilized, and well, straight from the camera on this guy would be like this. And then if I use gyro flow in post, which is another step, then I can get a video that looks like this. I mean, this is just so much better. Now there is, however, one benefit to having the Pocket 3 or a full frame camera, and that is that both of these cameras shoot 10-bit video, where here you only have 8 bits and there is no proper log picture profile. Here currently I'm using the D-Log M and it allows me to get a little bit more flexible in post-production color grading. Here, however, the camera does everything because of its AI chip and Ultra HDR image processing, so I do get a lot of the color and a lot of the dynamic range, and technically everything that I have to do is just make things a little bit darker in the shadow, so I don't really need 10-bit colors to do a little bit of color grading. But there is a difference between these two cameras when it comes to that. Now, of course, on the full frame camera, I have full log, so 10-bit colors, 42 chroma subsampling, for those of you who know what that is, and a really flat picture profile, so I get a lot of dynamic range. Even though it's not a HDR processed video, I can do that in post-production with a full frame camera. And I can color match this camera to pretty much anything else if I want. Now, both the Insta and the Pocket 3 have a zoom in option, where this would be 1-time zoom, and this is the 2-time zoom. It is digitally zoomed in, but because the sensor is a very high megapixel sensor, I don't lose any resolution. It's still a 4K video. You know, but it's not the same as optically zooming in with the proper lens. And the fact that you can have different types of lenses means that you can have different types of zooming in. If you want to get those nice looking cinema shots, then you need something like this, and preferably with even a bigger lens. Okay, let's do this. So start recording, and then we go. See, that's how easy that was. Also, one really important thing is the pocketability. This is really big, and I always have to put it in my backpack and out of my backpack. Whereas this, I mean, if I only take out the little camera, this can literally go into my pocket. And this is the whole camera. There's a button here, I press it once and it starts recording. I press it twice, it takes a photo. And technically, I don't even need to have this with me. Whereas here, I mean, a lens, a body, a microphone. A microphone is always necessary, so it is a bit cumbersome considering that we're just doing vlogs. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is by far the least amount of work that you have to put in to capture some really amazing footage. And because of the small form factor, this is pretty much the only way you can capture footage like this. Now, if you're doing daily vlogging, that's kind of a really important thing because you want people to see what you're doing. And the first-person view with a teeny tiny camera like this that has a really good video quality straight out of the, well, I'm not gonna say box, but out of this teeny tiny body, yeah, quite amazing. I mean, I've been carrying it around like this for like the whole day. I mean, I did have to recharge it because the battery life on this is, I think it's around an hour and a half on the small guy, and with the big guy together, I don't know, I think it's this amount of time. And the Pocket 3 has about the same record life or battery life, and I do have that extra battery on the grip on the bottom. Now, of course, a full frame camera drains the battery even faster, so you have to have separate batteries if you want to go throughout the whole day. No, but seriously, like, well, we can get some really nice wide-angle photos with this as well. Just have to make sure that you don't have fingers in front because it is really wide. Now, I was used to saying that the Pocket 3 is the ultimate vlogging camera, but considering that you can now have a small, teeny tiny camera that is basically an action camera that can be used underwater and that allows you to have that remote viewing with the separate body, yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think that this now is the ultimate vlogging camera. On a budget, of course. So let me know what you think down below. Which one is your best preferred camera based on this video and based on the things that you're interested in? I would really like to hear that, and while you're down there, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. It really does mean a lot, and if you want to stay on the channel, then watch one of these two videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in one of these two. Bye bye.